Okay.
So my question is, how does this happen?
Ok. O sea, ella pregunta, como tenéis esa red con todas las parroquias y tal, tenéis esa información de primera mano en la parroquia. Para exactamente cómo obtenéis esa información, ¿tenéis centros sociales, aulas de dinamización? ¿Qué es lo que
dentro de la parroquia, dentro de cada parroquia está el programa de atención primaria.
Inside every church, they have the primary program attention.
Okay.
It's like a kind of service of the every church, like a first social attention. And in these points they receive the information.
And that's open to everybody.
Sí.
Okay.
Porque es un local paralelo a la iglesia.
It's a place parallel of the church. It's not inside the church, so they receive everybody.
Okay.
Una cosa es ir a rezar a la parroquia y otra cosa es ir al grupo de atención primaria con tu...
And do you find that you see a lot of people from faiths that are not Christian?
Recibes mucha gente de otras religiones.
La mayoría.
The major population that they receive, they are not Christians.
Sí, la mayoría.
I have a question which is related to the topic. What about like the trainers or the people who support, like the workers of the Caritas? Are they all Christians?
Okay. Las personas que trabajan con esas personas, ¿ellas son cristianas también o pueden tener de otras religiones? O sea, las personas que trabajan en los puntos con esas personas o trabajan en los talleres o son...
Habitualmente, habitualmente son cristianas, habitualmente.
Usually they are Christian. No, it's not a condition
no es condición.
To work in these programs, but usually what they have is they are Christians.
¿Y trabajan como voluntarios o son pagos?
Son voluntarios.
En las parroquias son voluntarios.
They are all volunteers working at them.
Sí, the kind of social...
en esta oficina somos contratados.
Here in the headquarters they are hired, but at the church they are volunteers.
Son voluntarios que están coordinados por un trabajador social que es contratado como compañero de estos servicios sociales.
And how do you train the people?
The volunteers are coordinated by a social worker that is hired by the headquarters.
And do they have
5 parroquias, un coordinador, trabajador social de aquí.
Every 5 churches is the social work of every 5 churches is coordinated by a social worker that is hired by the headquarters. So they are not by their own. They have a kind of technical advice or training or orientation, professional work.
So the social workers who are hired by Caritas have a special training.
Okay. ¿Esos coordinadores tienen alguna formación especial para hacer eso?
Sí.
Yes, they have. ¿Qué formación?
Nosotros trabajamos mucho el método del acompañamiento, la relación de ayuda y todo. Sí.
Voy a traducir. They work a lot the methodology of how can I say accompanying.
Yeah, it's accompanying.
They work a lot the methodology of accompanying the person and the otra cosa que
relación de ayuda
and the help relation, because this help relation is something that must be worked. It's not something that based only to be good or it's a professional thing in some way.
Los recursos que existen en la comunidad.
The resources of the community, they are training also to evaluate the resources and to use it.
El trabajo coordinado entre nuestra atención primaria y los servicios sociales de ayuntamiento y de comunidad autónoma, esa relación de coordinación.
And the coordination of Caritas services with other organizations of the community, so they are trained to recognize, use these services in a coordinated way with Caritas, not in an isolated way. This is the training that they receive. And that all this, todo eso es para los más excluidos. ¿Y para los vulnerables también?
En el servicio de atención primaria, en principio es para las personas en situación de vulnerabilidad.
Vulnerabilidad, todo
eso es. Cuando un compañero en un programa de atención primaria, cualquier Caritas, detecta una situación de exclusión social grave, habitualmente lo comunica a su trabajador social coordinador, que es quien nos lo deriva a nuestros proyectos, que lo puede derivar a los proyectos, pero no es la única vía. Nosotros nos pueden llamar trabajadores sociales de centros penitenciarios, por ejemplo, de hospitales, de servicios sociales de base, servicios sociales de base, ayuntamiento.
Voy a traducir eso, para que no me pierdo. Usually they develop all this work in the field, to say in some way, in the field, through the social services of the church. So, in this area, if identify very severe cases, this case is directed to Caritas Central to be worked in the most excluded program. Okay, but not also from this way. They also receive people that come directed from hospitals, from other organizations that they know these programs and they send people through here.
Centros penitenciarios.
Prisons as well. So in the sense they consider vulnerable everybody, including the migrants. Actually, our contact with Caritas was, for instance, through migrant kids that we were looking, because they were working with the migrants as well.
Como veo que muchos están en el tema de inmigración, voy a tocar un poco de cómo vemos la inmigración.
Fenomenal, sí.
Nosotros no diferenciamos programas para nacionales, programas para inmigrantes.
Okay. They don't make difference between programs to nationals, programs to migrants. They don't make this difference.
Nosotros concebimos la persona como persona en situación de exclusión o de necesidad, venga de donde venga.
They conceive the person as a person under a threat, whatever. It doesn't matter where she or he is coming from.
Solamente hay un proyecto que nace para dar respuesta dentro de un barrio, que es el que vais a ver, la campa, ¿verdad? Para conciliar la vida en la comunidad entre las personas que allí estaban y la gran cantidad de inmigración que llegó.
Okay. There is only one project that is specifically oriented to migrant. That is the one that we are going to see this afternoon, close to the Red Cross. Is because this project is oriented to integrate the huge amount of migrants that arrive in the area with the locals. So in order to avoid problems, and they developed this specific project for this. This is the one that we're going to see later on.
Intentamos hacer un proyecto que fuera un espacio de convivencia.
They try to make a project to create a living, a convivence space,
sharing space,
sharing life space
para todos los vecinos.
For everybody in the neighborhood.
Se trata de conocerse para quererse.
The objective is to know each other, to love each other, to know each other, to love each other is the idea.
Bueno, esto lo vais a conocer luego, con lo cual...
Y luego, que era? El laboral, era eso, ¿no?
Sí, laboral no tenemos nosotros más.
No, because todo laboral deriva es luego, ¿no? Other important aspect is that as far as employment or preparation for the labor market, what they do is these pre-labor workshops, because as from this point, what they do, they work connected with the social tissue and other organizations that specialize in this and send people once they are prepared and strong enough. So they send to this other organization, like Red Cross, like Aula, like other organizations. They are specialists in vocational training, occupational. No, está bien. Y a ver qué más. Bueno, la formación interna hemos hablado. ¿Tenéis algún tipo de material de formación para esas personas, algún tipo de material específico o es una cosa más dinámica?
Es más dinámico.
I'm asking if they have some special training material for the beneficiary, for the student. And she's saying that it's something more dynamic than this. They don't have any special manual or it's something that is more in practical way. And the impact, el impacto de la crisis en todo este trabajo vuestro, ¿cómo lo está viendo? What's the impact of the crisis and
Bueno, primero lo que os he contado.
Yeah, the things that she was have already told us. They don't have orders and.
Y luego, gran número de personas. Atendemos ahora mismo, tenéis aquí la última memoria, si la queréis.
This is the annual review, where they have all the numbers.
¿No? ¿Lo ver?
Ah,